back, everyone. It has been a little bit quiet on the channel the past week or so. There hasn't been a whole lot of like announcements or newsworthy or buzzworthy things to talk about on the channel. But I do want to pop in and just discuss a quick topic regarding The Flash, since that is, coming out very soon, June 16th in theaters. And that is, tickets are on sale. So you can buy your tickets now in advance. And of course, it will be shown in IMAX. So if you're able to watch it in IMAX, I'm sure that will be a really cool experience also. And a lot of different posters being released to show like for IMAX and other, Dolby, like special posters specifically for certain types of viewings or screenings that, some theaters are able to accommodate. So I do like a lot of those posters that have been coming out recently. They're pretty cool. I like a lot of the posters they've been doing for The Flash. A lot of them I think have been pretty on point. I think they've done a pretty good job as far as the aesthetic of the overall marketing. There was another trailer that came out recently. A couple new things in there, but a lot of the same stuff. I mean, like I mentioned before, the marketing really hasn't stopped since they started in February during Super Bowl. And then especially since CinemaCon in April, or at the end of April, it has just been like nonstop since then. I think they really ramped it up after CinemaCon. And there was also another test screening that I've been seeing some feedback from, some reviews. Not anything spoiler territory, of course, but overall reception, reaction. And I have to say, compared to the CinemaCon feedback that I saw online, the feedback from this recent test screening is a lot more mixed from what I have seen personally. Of course, there's always going to be, a mixture of people that are not so crazy about it, people that love it with any movie. But I do feel like this batch of reviews that I have seen over the past 2 days has been more mixed. Kind of like two ends of the spectrum. Some people are like, this is up there with the best superhero movies. And then there's other people that are like, not at all. So I did see a couple that were kind of in the middle, but a lot of them I've seen are on one of those two ends of the spectrum. But one of the consistent things I have seen too is people talking about the visual effects, which is interesting because, one, these kinds of movies, superhero movies, comic book movies, there's always going to be high expectations of that, for that aspect of the film. But this movie in particular has had a lot of time to get visual effects right, I feel like, because it's been pushed back so many times. And not just counting all the years before that they kept pushing the movie back itself, but when they finally got it into production and actually started filming, even since then, it's been pushed back several times. So doesn't that kind of give you more time to, tighten up those things and make sure it's like 100% where you want it to be? There's always going to be things that they're like, oh, we could have fixed that. We could have done that. Of course, no movie's going to have 100% perfect visual effects or CGI. Even the best ones. Some parts are going to be like, don't know about that. But it's been... this movie was supposed to come out a long time ago, and I don't just mean from years ago, like I said, since it got into production, since they actually started filming finally. Even since then, it's been pushed back so many times. So why aren't the visual effects up to par with, because that does seem to be a constant thing, and not just from people that have been in test screenings. People also point out things every time there's a trailer or a promo or a TV spot, which is often because my social media things are just flooded with TV spots and promos and, things like that of The Flash, because they have just been nonstop pushing that movie. And not in a bad way, but you see it a lot. You see it a lot. And in all these teasers and stuff, there's a lot of screen grabs, which don't always look good because you're pausing it or, you're grabbing something from something that's in motion. But people have kind of been pointing out, this is supposed to be a movie with a really high budget, a couple $100 million. Why does it look like that? I have to say, personally, I do think some things look pretty good from the trailers. Some things, like some scenes and some parts, to me look pretty good. But there's other parts that I'm like, whew, that's a little strange looking. And it's not just, you know, the lightning or like the action and things that you expect to be using visual effects and CGI, but it's just sometimes like the background, you know, the backdrop or the environment, the surroundings that sometimes look like this weird look to them. You know what I mean? You don't want it to be distracting. And I feel like that's when it becomes a problem for audiences, is when it is distracting and it takes you out of the movie. So we'll see when it comes out. I'm still looking forward to this movie. I know it's kind of bittersweet with everything that's going on in the DC universe. It is going to be bittersweet, but you know, after all the years that we have actually been wanting a live action Flash film, I'm looking forward to seeing it. And you know, the trailers, I think they've done a really good job at hyping up the movie and marketing, you know, the fact that we get to see Michael Keaton and Ben Affleck's Batman together. Supergirl, there have been a lot of positive things said about Sasha Calle as Supergirl, which I expect based on the trailers as well. I think she's going to kill it. Tickets are on sale now. I've already seen some screenshots of people, you know, sharing that theaters are already selling out in some places, or auditoriums are. I do think it's going to be one of the more hyped up DC movies that we've had in a long time. Yeah, just throwing that out there. Wanted to share and keep things updated on the channel. Flash tickets are now on sale. And speaking of on sale, for limited time, you can get 25% off my merch store with the code YTShopping25. The link to my merch store is down below in the description. So if you're interested in that, you can check out my merch store as well. So thank you guys for tuning in, and thank you for all the support on the channel. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you soon.